Hello, entrepreneurs. Joe DeCharis, CPA extraordinaire, coming to you live from downtown Bethpage, Long Island, New York, for another amazing episode of How to Win a Business. And tonight, we have a real treat. We have the Carter Connection, a new client of ours, lovely, beautiful woman here. Let me show you.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great.
So tell us a little bit about yourself, about the business, and I know it's coming around Christmas time, Black Friday.
Oh boy.
Sure that we can pick up some nice goodies from your
Okay.
site here.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on your little broadcast, Joe. I really am excited for the Carter Connection to be using you and hopefully doing really well in our tax situation. But we are the Carter Connection. So basically, it's a little shop. It's an online store. I started it for two main reasons. One, I wanted to give back, and two, I needed something to do that I could physically do. So it kind of, I'll give you sort of the Reader's Digest version of how it came to play.
Okay.
By training, I'm a music educator. Actually, I got I got a master's degree in music education, and I've been teaching as a high school band director for the last 20 years. Super physical job, love it. That's my heart, love it. About 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with a horrible autoimmune disease, and it destroyed my lungs. And I was told I needed a double lung transplant. And so it was a lot. So, I taught as long as I could, but being on the marching field and trying to do competitions, it just wasn't happening. So, I had to stop teaching for a little while, got my double lung transplant, which was a total blessing, and then kind of recovered in a year and then went right back into teaching again, which was my mistake. So I went right back into teaching again, very hectic schedule, lots of stress, lots of movement. I didn't give myself enough time to heal. Those lungs failed. They failed after a year and a half. So I was told I needed another double lung transplant in less than 2 years.
Wow.
And the lung transplant is I don't even go into how horrible it is to get a lung transplant, but it is extremely, extremely, extremely taxing on your body. So I didn't even know if I could make it through another lung transplant. They didn't know I could make it through another lung transplant. They didn't even think they were going to allow me to get another lung transplant because I had already gotten one. And the transplant list is very long. And so basically the way the transplant list, at least for lungs, works now is it's no longer first come, first serve. It is now whoever's the sickest gets it first.
Really?
And so, they changed it, which is great.
Who decides that?
Wherever region you're in and whatever hospital you're in. So it goes by region because you can't travel with, as long as one of the only organs that has to be moving and it can't be dead and transplant. It has to be alive. And so you only have a very, very, very short amount of time between a donor and getting it into the recipient. Very short amount of time. It's very tricky. So they weren't convinced that they were going to even give me another lung because they're like, you didn't handle the first set very well. And I do admit I should have slowed down right after the first one, but I could not predict these things. Anyways, to make a long story short, I won't go into all the bidding and all the things I had to do to actually get back on the list, but I wasn't approved to get on the list yet in 2019. Gosh, not that long ago. 2019, I was in the hospital. I went for a checkup, and I never left. I went in October, and I never left. I stayed from October through January. That being said, on Christmas Eve, they allowed me to get another lung transplant.
Wow.
So I got another double lung transplant, but they only could do one lung this time. So I did all that. All that to say, I'm here, I'm alive, I'm grateful. I had a whole mess of people helping me through the entire time, which is one of the reasons why I started the Carter Connection. So halfway through this time, COVID had just struck. Now we're in 2020. No, it must have been 2019, 2018, and then 2019. When did COVID strike? Was it 2020? It
I lost
was
track
2020.
of time, to be honest.
Yeah, sorry. It was 2020.
What year
So
is it now?
it's 21. We're at the end of 21. So
Okay.
it was 2020. So the beginning of last year, that's when COVID struck, and that's when I was just getting out of the hospital. And so basically my doctor said, you cannot go back to work. You have to slow down. So I'm a very active person. My mind likes to go, go, go. And I was really bored. During COVID, we were all locked down. There was nothing to do. I found myself doing a lot of online shopping. I discovered Facebook Live, which I had never seen before. I didn't even know what it was. And I thought, this is so strange. There were such bizarre people on there. Some people are very bizarre. And then
Wait a second. I'm on Facebook Live all the time. We're
so
on
am I.
Facebook Live now.
There was just a nice variety of people. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
And I was riveted. I mean, I was watching these strangers and I wasn't buying anything, but I was like, it was complete entertainment for me. And I found myself just wanting to go on to see who's live and see what they're selling and see what kind of character they were. And so halfway through the year, I said to my husband, I said, what do you think about if we took the entire stimulus, because we got one of the stimulus checks. I'm in California. Can I take the stimulus check and start my own online business? I don't have to leave the house. It's not physically taxing. He's doing all the heavy lifting, all of the packing, unpacking, delivery type things, taking things to the post office. He does all the heavy lifting. And I sit on Facebook Live and sell and
Really?
online shopping.
Like the shopping channel?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see the site again. So, what did I do? Okay. Let's not see the site again until I. Okay. We'll bring the site back up again in a second as soon as I can figure out which button I'm supposed to push.
Okay. Well, just I didn't start with my site. I started just selling on Facebook Live, and then I decided to get a site because not everybody is on Facebook and not everybody wants to shop on Facebook. So I thought that having a website for people to go to get the merchandise was a good idea. So it's been a lot of fun. It's been a real mental challenge for me. I definitely have the desire to give back to people who can't get out there and do the shopping on their own. Because I found myself during the first time around and even the second time, before my transplants, I couldn't move. I was very, very, very sick, but I needed things. And I couldn't, and I don't mean groceries. I just mean I was still working. I had to work because I wasn't getting any insurance. So I had to work.
Okay.
And I really wish I had someone that could do some shopping for me and get stuff to me. I just couldn't do it. My husband wasn't here. He was always at work and we don't have any kids. So it was just me alone struggling. And I thought, what, I'd love to start this store, sell online, and I'd love to reach people who are mobility limited, who are sick, maybe they can't get out of the house, who work 3 or 4 jobs, 2 or 3 jobs, and just don't have the time, who have a ton of kids and can't get out there to get little things that they need for a gift or their own personal whatever beauty products. That's really the crux of why I want the Carter Connection to succeed. I want to help people.
I like that because it's actually you have it's not just let me start an online store to make money. But can we go through this a second? This is a nice site, so I just put my email address in there. 10% off. I like getting 10% off. Let's see if so we've subscribed. Now I'm going to get email from you. So you have bracelets and rings. Now, where do you get the stuff from?
A variety of sources. So I do a lot of resourcing. It's a combination of different wholesale suppliers throughout the US and China, because a lot of our wholesale stuff comes from China. But I try to mix it up. So the only thing I don't sell is I'm not getting into shoes and I'm not getting into clothes per se, because that's a whole nother a whole nother bag of worms. But one thing that I insist, I have to see every product with my hand. I want to smell it. I want to see it. I want to make sure that they're good to go before I ship it. So I house all of these products here in my house.
Oh,
I
really?
don't, yeah, I don't
Oh,
drop ship. I don't do that type of thing. I need to
oh,
see it.
interesting.
Yeah. So, I'm packed out. My husband's being incredibly patient with me. I'm all in the hallways. I'm in the garage. I'm like everywhere.
So now, because this takes a lot of work, people, unless you've been crazy enough to do your own website, this isn't easy. Like you got to take pictures of everything.
Right.
How many?
Right.
You have a lot of products here. So
I
who?
have about 500 products.
Wow.
And I hired, actually, my brother, as a gift, hired someone to get the design of the website to look the way it looks now. My first round, the website was me, and it wasn't so good. My brother was like, "This doesn't look very good. Let me hire somebody. That'll be your Christmas gift." So he hired someone, and they did it for me. And I just upkeep it. I do. Once a week, go in. I have to adjust the numbers and add things and take things away and that type of thing.
Cool.
But
So
it's a labor of love.
I could see that. So now how long has this been? You haven't been up that long. I mean, we're just incorporating you now, right?
Right. So I went up July of last year, 2020. So about a year and a half now.
Okay. And how do? Okay. So now you're a new entrepreneur.
New entrepreneur.
How
Ooh,
do
I
you
like the
like
way it sounds.
what? Listen, there's millions and millions of new entrepreneurs out there. You know, a lot of people got laid off during COVID, and I
Right.
don't think that they wanted to go back to work.
Right.
A lot of them are starting online businesses. It's like a whole, it's unbelievable. So there's
Yeah.
millions of people like you that, unfortunately, you got stuck in a situation.
Right.
Uh, and this, but you did something with it. And I think that's where a lot of people are. But now it's not easy to start a business. You want to tell us a little bit about because you went from teaching like a regular job, a
Right.
hard job, and now it's like, oh, I got all the free time in the world, and I'll start a business.
Right. And
And
let
you
me tell
have
you, it's
no time at
taken.
all then.
I I worked every day, 7 days a week, from time I get up and I go to bed very late. I mean, there's always something to do. I'm not bothered by it because for me, I need to keep going. I don't have kids either. So it's a whole different story if you have a whole family you're trying to do and you're trying to do all these things, which most, women entrepreneurs are juggling many, many things. I'm not. I'm really only juggling this. And so I feel lucky in that way, but it's not easy. You have lots of research you got to do. There's no manual out there, which I really thought there would be on,
There actually,
do
there
this first,
actually,
do this second.
there actually is a manual. It's called the E Myth.
The E myth. Oh, I never heard of it.
Michael Dar- Yeah, well, I think if you read it, you might not have went into business
It's okay.
because it basically paints a good picture what you're explaining. It's like you go into business and all of a sudden you're wearing all the hats, right?
Yeah.
You're the marketing professional. Meanwhile, you never did any marketing. You're the finance person. You never did any bookkeeping. But you
Right.
get all of these hats, and unless you love it, you're gonna give up.
Yeah. You
Right?
do have to be mentally ready for what it really is involved. And I know there's a lot of people just starting things, and I talk to a lot of girls like, oh, I'm just going to buy this jewelry and sell it and start my own business. I'm like, it's a little more involved than that. And if you are going to start it, don't start it unless you really know what you're getting into. Like you got to give it, you can't expect to be making a lot of money and doing all these things right away. Like literally, I have not turned a profit yet. And
Okay, we were gonna get there.
okay,
Go ahead.
so you just have to be ready for that. I feel like if your mortgage depends on your business right away, it might not be a great thing to do right away
Okay,
because
so
you just
why?
got to give it
Why?
time. You're not going to make money back right away. You have to be able to invest in the business and still live, right? I got to be able to pay my mortgage and pay my bills while I'm building the business. It's going to pay off one day, but it's not just get rich quick type thing where everybody's selling, and it's wonderful. Sometimes people don't buy anything. Sometimes I have 0 visitors to my website. And I knew that going into it, and it wasn't really my why. Anyways, I didn't need the business to make sure all my bills are paid. Extra money is going to be awesome, but having that extra stress, it makes running a business very difficult.
That's what I wanted to get out of you, because people don't realize, and that's why I don't know if you got the my handout, but I usually ask our new clients for a personal budget, a snapshot of your financial balance sheet personally, not your business, because then it gives me an idea if you need this business to pay your bills. No, that's too much stress.
Too much stress.
And then you're more likely to fail.
Yeah. Because you end up cutting corners because you're trying to save money, and then that makes something else not work right. You just can't do it. You can't do it. Now things are tight, but it's not dependent on this.
Right. But how long? So you go into this, so you have the right mindset. Business is a lot more about mindset than it is about selling and numbers crunching, believe it or not. And I think that's what the E-Myth pointed out. And it's like, oh my God. I thought I just opened it was I think it was a coffee shop. So you took Sarah, she opened the coffee shop, and it was like she was too busy to do everything. So it was just like frustrating. She's like, oh, who's going to take care of the customers? So little by little, he coached her on creating a business. Mm-hmm. And what that meant was she was able to actually not have to go to the store and run it.
Right.
She had somebody else, and that's what you'll get there. But unless you have the right mindset, you'll never get there. You'll just keep spinning your wheels. So just out of curiosity, how long do you think it will take to start turning a profit?
I was hoping by year 3, I would turn a profit. That's what I was hoping.
Okay. I tell people at least 3 years, at least. Okay. And that's not what people want to hear. Yeah. And that's why I look for people like you to interview. Because it's important. I'm like, there's millions of people there. I have a purpose also. And it became to educate people about what it's really like to be in business. It's not easy. My catchphrase is, we can make it simple for you, but it ain't going to be easy. Right?
I like that, Joe.
And you don't know how blessed you are to have a supporting husband, because that's another thing. The business, who are you surrounding yourself with? You made a great choice in hiring Bedrock to do your accounting.
I hope so.
Your husband. Who else do you have coaching you and helping you with the business?
No real person. I do. I've watched 5 million YouTube videos. Because when I set it up, I had to get my tax ID and all those things set up legit first. My husband's a little nervous about lawsuits and that whole thing and that being tied, so I have to assure him, which is why I hired you. It made him feel better if I hired you, because I kept saying, I'm so small, I barely sell anything. I only last year we sold $17,000 worth of stuff, and that is, in the grand scheme of things, not it's tiny. And so
that's not bad at all. Listen, pat yourself on the back, because believe it or not, millions of people start businesses and never see a penny. They never see, and they could have the greatest idea in the world, but nobody cares.
Yeah.
So the fact so that's 17,000 from people other than your family and friends, right?
Well, a lot of friends. Hardly any family. My family doesn't shop with me.
Okay, they'll be your family will be the worst customers. They'll want to return stuff.
They've been great. My ladies who buy from me are mostly a lot of friends, and then their friends, and then their friends. It kind of goes this way.
Okay. Do you remember the commercial? It was, I think, Prel. It's like they'll tell 2 friends, and then all of a sudden,
and so on and so on and so on.
Right. But that's that's another thing people don't realize. You start with one sale, and then you have two sales, and then after a while, you're like, oh my god, our house isn't big enough.
Exactly.
This is impressive. Most people would start this kind of business and just do drop shipping. There's people
Yeah.
that's easy. So you're going above and beyond.
Yeah, the quality with job shipping is too sketchy, especially when it's coming overseas. You don't know what they're getting. And if you want a repeat customer, you can't, you can't do that. I don't trust drop shipping enough to do that. Besides, half the fun is seeing the product and going, oh, this is so good, or this is garbage. And, I like seeing the product and having it here. And I have my little store set up in here. We have enough room for now. It's slowly growing, so I'm not worried about outgrowing it anytime soon.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna help you outgrow it. Is that okay?
Well, I hope so. Let's go.
And just remind me when we sit down that we got to take the dimensions there, because we're gonna get some nice tax write-offs for using your house as for business.
Yes, yeah. I've gotten that all written down actually. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Awesome. So, what else can I ask you? Gifts. So you have any up to 70% off? I'm still on the website
You're on
here.
my website. So for Black
Yeah.
Friday, we're doing or Cyber Monday actually is the bigger thing. I will be live for my Black Friday sale, and of course there'll be deals to be had, up to 50% off on Black Friday. But Cyber Monday, we've got up to 70% off on some items. So there will be a special link that's coming that will be only up on Cyber Monday for you to click when you go on the website for all the items that are going to be, a steep. And I love a sale. I do have to say that I'm a little different than most people. I don't mind selling things. You probably won't like this, Joe. I don't mind selling things for very inexpensively. Like, I'm not the person who needs this huge profit margin. I do need to be smart and cover my bases and cover my expenses and, a little bit of extra, because my goal is to use this money to go on vacation or to, put in my savings, that type of thing. But I so much love it when I get somebody gets something for a really good price, or like a steal.
I
It
love
makes
that.
me super happy. So I was
Let's.
like, yes, you get it for $2. I
Oh
just,
yeah.
as part of my giving back, when I was sick, I had a village of people coming around me, helping me, giving me things constantly. And so I really feel like it's time to pay it forward. I really do feel that way. And
Nice.
so if I could make some money in, also, that's awesome. But really, I want to be able to give as much as I can.
And it's people like you that will make a lot of money. So Alfred Tigolo, hey Alfred, he loves selling too. So I'm on the and so I'm like, I got to do some shopping here. You got these journals. These are great Christmas gifts, and they're only $5 each. You got $3 wooden clip things. You got pens for $3.
I have really well-priced things. I've talked to many boutique owners who tell me, you need to raise your prices. Your prices aren't high enough. And at first they were right, because I wasn't earning enough. I wasn't pricing it enough to cover my expenses. And so that's a big problem. So I did have to raise.
What I ate. I need this.
What is it that you need?
It's what I ate.
Oh.
It's $5, but it's like gives you
I use that every day. It's on my refrigerator.
I've been trying to put it in my book, but I'm like, it's not. It's if you have it right in your face when you wake up, you can't.
A big reminder. I think I might sell a lot of those in January.
Yeah.
Wait for the New Year's resolutions to take place.
Okay, so you're gonna do a lot. So when is that? Can you post the date and time in the chat?
So all my live sales are every Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So Eastern, it'll be 6, 7, 8, 9 p.m. It's late for you guys, but it's 6 p.m. Pacific time every Friday. But for the holidays, I'm going live a lot more. So I'm doing Fridays. I'm doing a Monday clearance sale, and then of course Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So I can post all that. But if you friend me or follow the Carter Connection on Facebook, I post all of that all week long. I'm constantly
Okay.
posting.
I don't even know if we're connected on Facebook yet. I get
I don't think we are. I don't
okay.
think we
So I'll friend you this way. I'll get that's one great thing about Facebook because you just get it in your feed.
Yeah.
So when you're going live, I'll see it. This is great. Would you like to how do people get in touch with you? I don't even think we told them that your name is Dana.
Probably not. My name is Dana Mitchell Carter. My
Okay.
husband is Stephen Carter. And the Carter Connection, the name came about because I'm trying to be the connection between you and whatever you need that I can get for you. So almost kind of like a personal shopper for people who are in need. So if you really need me and you're sick or you have limited ability or you don't have any transportation, I deliver. It's if you're in my area. I
Really?
don't mind doing that. I actually enjoy doing
My
that.
God, you're like Amazon.
I know. I do twice a week. I'm out there doing deliveries, and to some people who can, get to me, but they just want me to deliver.
Okay, so I'm
But
thinking as your accountant now, we're gonna have to start crunching some numbers because this
yeah,
sounds like an expensive
I've
bill.
never, I've never taken any mileage or anything for that. We should talk about that. But
Oh yeah,
I don't mind getting out of the house and driving around and just dropping packages off. So it has to be obviously local.
yeah.
But
I got it.
if anyone's out there and you need some extra help or you just want to shop good bargains, check me out and Dana Mitchell Carter. We're with the Carter Connection. You can go on Facebook and find me. You just got to put the Carter Connection.
Yeah,
And
so Alfred, I don't know if you could see it, but I put it up here. Is this your car to connect 510?
yes,
Okay,
that's my email.
so we found you.
Or oh no, that's my business page on Facebook. Is that what you're looking at?
I think so, yeah.
Carter Connect 510. Yeah, that's my business page on Facebook.
Okay, so we know there's a way to get in touch with you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then you
so
can always
now
DM me if anyone's interested.
one of my assistants told me that yes, Cyber Monday now is bigger than Black Friday.
Wow, I believe that.
Yeah,
Particularly with COVID, everybo's doing cyber everything.
yeah. It's the world is changing. I was just talking to my coach about that. Who knows? There's some interesting, strange things going on. Like the supermarkets or the shelves are empty,
Yep.
and the reason for that, well, they can't ship stuff. There's not enough truckers.
Yeah.
There's uh, big containers that aren't being unloaded. And you know what he told me? In California, he did research on this. In California, they're trying to make all the independent contractors employees.
Yes, this is a
And
nightmare.
a
We've
lot
been
of the
dealing with this.
truckers are independent contractors, and guess what? They left the state.
Mm.
That's why
I
they.
don't blame them.
I'm like, oh my god, this is like a domino effect.
It's horrible. It's we voted against that law. We voted against it,
Yeah,
but for some reason they're bringing it back up again, trying to change it. This is crazy.
yeah. But the
Nobody wants
internet,
it. Nobody wants it. I don't know why they're pushing so hard for it, but yeah.
yeah. Well, I could tell you honestly because it's connected to exactly what I do, which is try to help people save on their taxes. And the FICA tax, the Social Security tax, is why they're doing it. They've been
Oh,
trying to do it for years since before I became an accountant. They didn't have the ability, but now because of technology, they're doing it, and it's changed everything already. Uh, but the good news is for you. So you now have a business that has unlimited potential. Before you had a job where you were trading time for money, right? So now the good news, and I don't know if you realize this, but it doesn't end with this, because once you get people to follow you, you could turn this into anything. Amazon started out by selling books. You know, the key, and I'm going to give you some excellent free advice here because I spent probably millions of dollars and decades learning this one thing. It's all about the relationships.
Yeah.
You get people to, because this is like, I mean, I'm hooked. I'm like, oh my God, you're doing all the shopping for me. Now I realize what you do. I become a client and you decide to do something else, I'm following you. And that's how you can run a business now. Okay,
Excellent.
you start learning about affiliate marketing, and I'm excited to work with you. Seriously,
Good. I'm very excited too. Very, very, very excited.
yeah. So
So,
Alfred gave the key. Also, do not build on someone's sandbox too. Uh, I think what he means is, you work with people.
mhm.
A lot of people out there, with the same passion as you. My team and my business isn't just about bookkeeping and taxes. We want to support you. We want you to succeed, and we want you to have tax problems. So that,
You
and what I
do?
mean by that is that we're like, you're making too much money, and we got to start like doing some serious tax planning. Yeah. So one step at a time, though, Dana. So
All right. That's the
thank
goal.
you so much. Do you have any words of wisdom for people that are starting a business?
Um, I w- I always tell people that don't expect someone else to do it for you. Meaning I get a lot of people who are asking all these little basic questions, and I always say, go do the research. You find that out. Don't let people tell you, do things for you, because then you're not, you know, you're invested in your business, but you can't grow if you're letting other people do things for you. You have to do it. You have to roll your sleeves up. You have to just get it done.
You know,
Don't be afraid of hard work either. I don't know. I don't know why it has to be easy. After going through 2 double lung transplants, I can do anything.
I think
So
that
this is nothing. This is nothing. I mean,
my business coach is a former Special Ops Green Beret. He would love to hear what you just said because I think that people don't realize that it's hard work. It's hard work starting a business. And unless you're and this is what he says, you're going to fail. Fail quickly.
I
Okay.
love that.
Fail
I love
quickly because that's how you learn. That's how you, and most people aren't like you. They're not willing to fail. They're not willing to take a chance. Now you just came from, oh my God, I had 6 months ago, I had a girlfriend break up with me and I was heartbroken. I mean, I was depressed for months. I'm like, oh my God, you just knocked me back down to earth.
it. I'm definitely blessed. Definitely
A
blessed.
lot of us have luxury problems. We don't realize it. So thank you so much. You're an
Absolutely.
inspiration. You're really an inspiration.
Thank you,
And
Joe.
we got a lot of work to do.
All right. I can't wait to get started.
All right. So next Friday, 6 p.m., find Dana Carter and the Carter Connection, and you will get some guaranteed.
Incredibly good deals.
Yes. Now, do
Incredibly
you
good
have
deals.
an affiliate program yet? We'll have to talk.
Um, no, but I got a card in the mail today or yesterday that mentions the affiliate program, actually.
Oh, from us.
Yeah, from you guys.
That's because we're good at marketing. I'm looking for you to have an affiliate program because I'm going to send people to your site.
I love it.
We'll talk about it. All
Yeah,
right,
let's talk
Dana.
about it. Okay. Thank
Great
you,
night.
Joe.
Say hi to your husband for me and good
I
luck.
certainly
Good luck
will.
Cyber Monday, Black Friday, and tomorrow and the next day.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's our story. We're sticking with it, folks. Connect with the Carter Connection. God bless. And we will be back again for another amazing episode of How